Good evening. Welcome to the 47th Annual YWCA Cass Clay Women of the Year celebration. My name is Erin Prochnow, CEO of YWCA Cass Clay, and with me is Jane Gust, YWCA Board President.
Thank you for being with us for this very special night. Tonight, we are not only honoring 32 trailblazing women and game-changing businesses, but we are coming to you virtually, a first in the 47-year history of this event.
That's right. Like much in our world, how we operate at YWCA has changed as a result of the coronavirus pandemic. One thing that hasn't changed, however, is our dedication to empowering women. The women in businesses honored tonight were nominated in January and have ridden this Corona coaster with us, demonstrating patience and flexibility as we've made the difficult decision to move this event online for the health and safety of everyone.
As you meet our remarkable nominees tonight, you'll learn what it means to change the world one person at a time. Tonight we celebrate heroes, mentors, daymakers, confidence, healers, connectors, and servant leaders with big ideas, big courage, and big achievements. Of course, the purpose of our event is also to raise awareness about the women changing the course of their lives through YWCA, emergency shelter, and housing programs.
It's our honor to recognize organizations who give vital support to YWCA throughout the year. Deserving special recognition is the United Way of Cass Clay. Many programs provided by YWCA are possible through support of United Way. Thank you, United Way President Christy Huber and the United Way team for your continued partnership.
Next, we would like to recognize and thank our premier community partners. Our platinum partners, our gold partners, our silver partners, our bronze partners, category sponsors, table sponsors, half table sponsors, and lastly, our event sponsors.
While we may not be together in one room tonight, there are several ways for everyone at home to engage in this celebration. Throughout the evening, we will be asking you to share with us using the chat feature on your screen and a polling option that will appear. When you chime in, you will have the opportunity to win a Happy Harry's gift certificate, generously donated by Dustin and Wendy Mitzel. You will also use the chat feature throughout the evening to give shout-outs to the great nominees this evening.
Speaking of Dustin and our friends at Happy Harry's, we encourage you to head over to our social media pages to show us how you are celebrating tonight by sharing a picture of your virtual watch party. Be sure to tag at YWCA Cass Clay and use hashtag WODI2020 to be entered into drawings for another set of Happy Harry's gift cards. Everyone that tags us will be entered into the drawings, and the winners will be announced tomorrow and contacted to receive their prize.
There are also a couple of awesome prizes you can win tonight by just attending to show your appreciation or our appreciation for joining us virtually. All ticket holders have been entered into a drawing to win a downtown experience package or a $250 Happy Harry's gift card. Winners will be announced later on in the program.
Another special feature of our event tonight is that our remarkable partner, Dakota Medical Foundation, wants to inspire you to donate to YWCA. Each donation tonight, and tonight only, will be generously matched by DMF up to $10,000. Again, 100% of your donations directly and immediately fund YWCA Emergency Shelter. Thank you, DMF President Pat Traynor and your deeply passionate team for multiplying the gifts made this evening. There is a convenient donate button you can click on your screen at any time tonight or text YWCA to 21,000 to support YWCA and have your gift matched.
You know, every woman who enters the doors of YWCA has a unique story, often of deep suffering, sometimes told through tears at her arrival. Other women come steeled in bravado, disbelieving that anyone would ever reach into their broken places with a heart to help. But reaching in is what we do.
We meet every woman who arrives at YWCA where she is at, walking beside her. Not in front of her, not in back of her, beside her. Every life transformation that occurs at YWCA begins with safety. While YWCA may best be known for shelter and housing, the organization provides so much more. YWCA provides a unique, life-changing continuum of empowerment services to provide the right amount of support and assistance for each woman, each family, based on their own unique situation. YWCA has proven programs to bring healing, gain financial security, and find a safe, stable home. Many women and children at YWCA are working to overcome life experiences more difficult than many of us can even imagine. In this video, we share a look at the impact we are making together through our support of YWCA.
YWCA locally is often best recognized as an emergency shelter, and it is a service we've been proud and honored to offer for over 40 years.
Yes, it starts for many as an emergency shelter, a temporary place to feel safe. But the staff that surround you, the support around you, and the services around you all follow you through your journey.
There's so much more that we're able to do and help people face the barriers in front of them through our full continuum of care and empowerment services.
When I was about 4 years old, I entered the emergency shelter with my biological mother. And then again, when I was 10 years old, I re-entered the shelter after being in foster care for a little while. And so at an older age, I realized that I was in fact at a homeless shelter and kind of the stigma that came with that.
They didn't make me feel 1 ounce of guilt.
The staff do such a great job of making everyone feel empowered and respected that you kind of lose that stigma while you're there, and you feel welcome, and you feel also that you are able to accomplish your goals.
There can be very different barriers for different people who are coming into the shelter.
Having a shelter nurse at the YWCA allows women to access medical care.
Each individual situation is obviously very different for each survivor.
Human trafficking is occurring daily throughout the community.
Maybe a person's abuser wasn't allowing them to work.
We continue to operate our food pantry as we see an increased need for food in our community.
I don't even know how to put it in words. I had a phenomenal experience at the YWCA. They changed mine and my kids' lives entirely.
Affordable, supportive housing is the long-term solution to homelessness. What people really need long-term is economic stability and security on their own.
You know, when women have that opportunity to develop and to grow, the sky's the limit, and we've had so many great success stories.
It made all the difference in the world to know that I wasn't alone. They actually cared for me, and they wanted to see me succeed and walked along with me to get there.
Women do come out on the other side as survivors.
I don't think I would have made it without their help. I'm really grateful.
Empowerment is a deliberate and compassionate approach to everything we do. Through conversation, YWCA advocates guide women to a deepening personal understanding of herself. We learn so we have the vision to see through her eyes. All humans want to help, to set things right, get people on the quick road to health and wellness, yet we restrain from fixing things for women. We do not push or coerce women into a prescribed direction. This would be counterproductive, a new form of control over their lives. The path out is for women to select a direction and follow it, moving in their own chosen direction, using their advocate as a sounding board for challenges, setbacks, and concerns. Our empowerment approach uses a strengths focus, believing that people already have within them much of what's needed. Our task is to call it forth. The implied message is you already have what you need, and together we will find it. We look for the wisdom in conversations and reflect on women's positive motivations. We help her summon her own courage, respectfully drawing out each woman's problem solving and resolve. Women see they are able to take control of their lives. They feel empowered, hopeful, motivated, inspired, and optimistic. Like the women in businesses who grace our virtual stage tonight as nominees, their story is one to applaud, lift up, and celebrate. We thank them for being the first of many teachers we will learn from tonight, teaching us to persevere too. Shifting on to the program, it's now my pleasure to introduce our Masters of Ceremonies for tonight's event, Kirsten Keeley and Dana Mock. Not only does this dynamic duo anchor and produce the #1 rated news programs in their time slot at WDAY, they have been partners of YWCA and supporters of this event for decades. While Dana and Kirsten are used to giving out awards at this event, tonight we're turning the tables a bit on them and surprising them with the special first awards of the evening. Dana and Kirsten, this year marks 20 years that you have been helping us honor women at this event by generously donating your time for 2 decades now. You have not only brought spirit and humor to the event, you have shared your talents to lift up hundreds of women in businesses. You are true friends of YWCA, and it's my pleasure to invite you up to the stage for your 20th time and to give you this award in recognition of your kindness and dedication. Thank you, Kirsten Keeley and Dana Mock.
Thank you so much, Erin and Jane, for this beautiful award. It is truly hard for me to believe that it's been 20 years that we've been part of this amazing event. It gets harder and harder to lie about our age when they keep telling how long we've been a part of it. And although this year is a little bit different, we are thrilled to be here and to be part of this very special evening that is so important for the YW and for our community as a whole. And you are all in luck because Dana has speeches prepared for moments just like this, even though it was a surprise.
It's the inspiring women on a night like tonight that make us come back year after year after year. It is uplifting when sometimes the news is not. And I speak for Kirsten from the bottom of our hearts. We thank you for the award. It's not necessary, but we thank you for the award. And thank you for having us back for the 20th year. And now we say good evening, and thank you for joining us for the 47th Annual YWCA Women of the Year Awards. We are honored to be emceeing this remarkable event for the 20th time. What an honor. Truly, what an honor. Let's get started. We begin by introducing tonight's nominees. Kirsten.
Our first nominee tonight is Sue Anderson. Where there is a need, there is a lion. This Lions Club slogan might have been written for Sue. A lifelong volunteer, she's always the first to roll up her sleeves when a community need is identified. Sue loves inspiring others from her Gate City Bank workplace and the community at large to join her, multiplying the impact of her volunteerism. She works tirelessly with the Fargo Lions Club to provide assistance for vision exams and glasses to over 10,000 students each year. Her passion for service doesn't stop there, as she supports many causes, including YWCA Cast Clay, Wellspring for the World, and others, donating more than 300 hours of her time and talent annually. An enthusiastic, compassionate, and dedicated volunteer, she is Sue Anderson.
Rachel Boyer doesn't limit herself with preconceived notions of what one is supposed to do, demonstrating firsthand that women can do anything they set their minds to. She began her career as a physician's assistant, but now she is the president and CEO of the Home Authority, a rare female entrepreneur in a male-dominated field of home construction. For Rachel, home remodeling is an opportunity for a family to fall in love with their home all over again and feel confident about their investment. She inspires those around her to take calculated risks, to stand up to those who don't believe you can do it, and to follow what you know in your heart is right. She is Rachel Boyer.
Julene Brown. Julene is a quiet leader with a passion for the medical profession. She is committed to providing high-quality, effective, and affordable health care for our entire community. With expertise in nursing, coding, billing, and healthcare compliance, she has made a tangible difference in the lives of healthcare workers and patients. She ensures Essentia meets accreditation standards and participates in the development and review of services. Outside the hospital, Julene is dedicated to helping those burdened by medical hardships as the chairperson of Dakota Medical Foundation's Lend a Hand Up board, helping to expand the program to new communities this year. Although humble, she is a steady, encouraging, dedicated force, making an impact each day on the lives she works with and for. She is Julene Brown.
Carrie Buckles, a fighter and tireless supporter for the underdog. Carrie saw a need in our community and took the challenge head-on to create a thriving dyslexic learning center. With determination to help her son, she went back to school for specialized training with the goal of opening Haley's Hope, an education organization providing life-changing services for hundreds of children affected by dyslexia each year. Originally an interior designer with no experience in education or healthcare, Carrie has now transformed into a national leader, an advocate, and a voice for children. Her never-give-up attitude is contagious, spreading to legislators, colleagues, and even the children she teaches. An educator, a spirited advocate, and a pioneer, she is Carrie Buckles.
Sarah Decamp. One simple phrase: love your buns. Diagnosed with rectal cancer at the age of 33, Sarah has endured years of treatment, surgeries, periods of remission, and new diagnoses. In 2018, with the help of her husband, she started a nonprofit to give others what she didn't have: information, community support, and financial resources. Early detection of colorectal cancer results in more effective treatment, rewriting the story for countless young adults. Love Your Buns raises awareness of the prevalence of rectal cancer and connects individuals affected by it. No one chooses a cancer diagnosis. When faced with one, Sarah chose to give of herself to help others. A mother of 3, a courageous example living life of purpose and intention. She is Sarah Decamp.
Dear Nicu Mama, their mission statement is clear: you are not alone. Those 4 words are a lifeline Dear Nicu Mama extends to mothers who are enduring a child's extended stay in the Neonatal Intensive Care Unit, or NICU. To bring warmth and community to an otherwise isolated and sterile environment, the nonprofit was created to provide families with information and support to help make the journey more bearable. With their primarily online presence, they bring connection, they bring hope, and they bring healing. Women are encouraged to share their experiences, ask questions, and celebrate victories. New moms receive letters of encouragement, social support, and even self-empowering photo shoots. Connecting hurting families, advocating for marginalized mothers, providing hope, dignity, and compassion. It is Dear Nicu Mama.
Sarah DeVries. Whether she's offering her accounting expertise at Eide Bailey or giving back to her community, Sarah lives each day with infectious positivity and generosity. Although Sarah was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis 12 years ago, she never let it stop her. Instead, she took it as a sign to be an advocate for herself and for others, to use her voice to make a difference. Sarah got involved with Walk MS Fargo, first as a team captain, then as a committee member, and now as committee chair. Her team, EB Trekkers, has raised over $100,000 to defeat MS. Sarah inspires those around her by her generosity and her hard work, showing others they are not alone in the battle against MS. With dogged determination and passion for her cause, she is Sarah DeVries.
Janessa Philippe. She's genuine, humble, wants everyone to know their inherent worth, to spread awareness of homelessness and the impact it has on the lives of children. and families in our community. Janessa created a nonprofit, Down Home, that is comprised of a network of volunteers and supporting organizations. Down Home works to change lives one family at a time and one home at a time. The organization helps to furnish and decorate homes for those transitioning from homelessness to permanent housing. Down Home also connects those they serve with support systems, holiday gatherings, and more, showing that a little goes a long way, a little love, a little dignity, and a little grace. She is Janessa Philippe.
And we are just getting started here tonight, and already you see why this evening is so special. Some really incredible nominees.
And now we'd like to take a moment to hear from everyone joining us tonight. All of you out there in computer land, since this is our first virtual Women of the Year event, tell us where you are tuning in from by going to this website, pollev.com/YWCA 2020. I'll say it again, pollev.com/YWCA 2020. Everyone who participates will be entered into a drawing to win Happy Harry's gift cards generously donated by Dustin and Wendy Mitzel. Again, the winners will be contacted by the YWCA to receive your prize. Okay, Kirst? Let's get back to honoring some remarkable women and businesses.
Yes, sir. Up next, our nominee, Gate City Bank. Gate City Bank goes above and beyond to empower and expand opportunities for women, investing in their employees, their customers, and their community. Gate City Bank shares a strong commitment to the advancement of female leaders through capacity building programs, networking, and conferencing opportunities, while emphasizing the need for work-life balance. The bank offers 12 weeks paid maternity leave and was recognized as an infant-friendly workplace and breastfeeding-friendly business. Gate City empowers customers through homebuyer classes, Medicare workshops, and teaches courses specific to women about personal finance and banking. Gate City invests millions in philanthropy annually, and their employees give their time, their talent, and treasure to nonprofit causes, many which help women thrive in our community. A pillar of women's empowerment and creating a better way of life, it is Gate City Bank.
Jillian Gould. As Homeless Outreach Coordinator, Jillian does not shy away from opportunities to serve as a voice for individuals facing homelessness, substance abuse, and domestic violence. She works to dismantle systematic barriers and promote equity for disadvantaged people in our area. A true ally and a fierce advocate for the underrepresented population, she works tirelessly to ensure basic needs are met. Individuals feel supported and empowered, and the local community becomes part of the solution. Jillian mentors her clients from a place of advocacy and with her unwavering support. With training in human trafficking, Jillian is a resource for educating the public and community leaders on that issue. A strong voice for the voiceless, a light of hope for the hopeless. She is Jillian Gould.
Dr. Stephanie Hansen. With a smile on her face and a positive attitude, Dr. Stephanie Hansen provides quality care to local children while working to expand behavioral and mental health services for youth. Dr. Hansen believes every child deserves access to behavioral and mental health services. In 2019, she was the first woman to be voted Sanford's Doctor's Doctor by her peers. She inspires her colleagues with her natural ability to connect with her patients and with her efforts to educate on evidence-based care for mental illness and traumatic injuries in children. As the leader of nearly 90 physicians, she encourages everyone to think bigger, discover their passion, and find innovative ways to make change happen. Known to speak the truth with quiet and intelligent confidence, she is Dr. Stephanie Hansen.
Kathy Hunstead. Kathy inspires others through her ability to face adversity with compassion and faith. She has a knack for connecting with all age groups and enjoys bringing people together to explore their faith-driven purpose. As the director of youth ministry, she mentored and taught area youth to use their faith to serve others through countless service projects and hundreds of annual trips. Her ability to keep teenage hours during these trips shows how engaged and how passionate she truly is. Be a Light is a congregational theme at Trinity Lutheran Church, and they can think of no other person that has been a light to so many, changing the lives of all she encounters. Kathy is love made visible. She is Kathy Hunstead.
Erica Johnsrud, a location reporter in a red and white onesie, an event coordinator, an authentic fundraiser, and a biker babe. Erica really is a girl of all trades. But one thing is certain, you'll see a social media post about each one of these as she utilizes her gift of storytelling to connect with people and share the mission of Ronald McDonald House Charities. Her joyful spirit helps others see possibility and importance in seemingly mundane, ordinary life moments. Erica uses her voice for uplifting others and sharing their success, whether friends, community partners, or local happenings. Thoughtful and energetic, she's passionate about making an impact and making you feel like a better person for just being around her. A storyteller, social media master, and a champion for others. She is Erica Johnsrud.
Leah Gelke. Having taught in classrooms around the world, Leah has distinguished herself among educators, earning multiple recognitions for her outstanding work. She uses her experience to advocate for immigrants and refugees, teaching not just language and speech, but culture and life skills to new Americans. It is her goal to teach students who will then become teachers themselves, global citizens who can carry on her leadership, integrity, and perseverance. She does so with passion and genuine love for her students. Often referred to as Mama J, it is clear that Leah takes a personal interest in her students, collecting prom dresses, purchasing coats, even school supplies, delivering translated conference notes and notices to students' homes. Author, social justice advocate, and connection creator. She is Leah Gelke.
Melissa Williams-Kaiser. With compassion and wisdom beyond her years, Melissa helped lead efforts to develop coalitions and community resources to assist human trafficking survivors, serving as one of the first human trafficking navigators in North Dakota. She fights for social justice and works closely with law enforcement and service organizations to change perspectives about human trafficking survivors. Melissa believes there is power in speaking your truth, which is why she created a blog to share vulnerability about her own life, encouraging others to grow through personal development and finding ways to approach life with bravery. Supportive and honest, even in the hardest moments, Melissa speaks up for those who have endured some of life's greatest hardships with professionalism, grace, and poise. She is Melissa Williams-Kaiser.
Janine Larson. Janine strives to use her communication skills for the good of others. A charismatic communicator, Janine uses her ability to weave a story out of raw information to bring people together, whether at work or in her volunteer roles. When the local office of the American Diabetes Association closed, Janine inspired an all-volunteer board to continue fundraising. With a passion for the cause driven by her brother's own experience with diabetes, she joined the fight and has raised thousands of dollars for children with diabetes to continue attending summer camp at Camp Sioux. Those who know Janine say that when talking to her, you can't help but become connected to her driven, passionate, loyal, loving, and honest ways. She is Janine Larson.
And we really miss celebrating with you in person tonight. We know this is a different year for all of us. We're missing your applause up here on stage for sure. But we know it is so much more this year than ever before for us to find different ways to stay connected and be together and celebrate the women making such an impact in our community. We want to remind you, while you're celebrating tonight, share a post with us on social media and be sure to tag at YWCA Cass Clay and use the hashtag WOTY 2020 WOTA 2020 to earn your chance at that Happy Harry's gift card. Check out these photos, the posts, the tweets that we already have coming in tonight.
We miss you all out there in Zoom land,
We do.
laptops, phones, however you're watching us. We thank you. We'll be together again soon. We are deeply grateful, too, tonight to Happy Harry's and Dustin and Wendy Mitzel for their generous gifts. Now, let's get back to work. Hear more about some outstanding nominees.
Sounds great. Up next for our nominee is Leela and Lavender. With a focus on stylish, quality clothes, a comfortable shopping environment, and giving back philanthropically, Leela and Lavender proves that empowering women is always in style. Designed to be homey and welcoming, Leela and Lavender is a place where a woman can find clothes that give her the confidence to show up every day as the best version of herself, providing a first-class shopping experience the moment you walk through the door. Since opening in 2017, Leela and Lavender has created job opportunities for more than 50 women, ensuring these positions provide the health insurance, flexible schedules, and paid volunteer hours the team needs to succeed professionally and personally. Empowering women to feel confident and beautiful, it is Leela and Lavender.
Amy Longton. Today, just 25% of employees working in technology are women. 20 years ago, Amy began as a trailblazer in the field and is described by her nominator as a foot soldier in revolutionizing the tech industry, inviting young women to be the future face of innovation. From her first steps into the classroom, where she was the only female, to often being the only woman in the department, Amy made it her goal to promote technology careers for women. Amy mentors girls at You Code Girl and made tech the platform of her Mrs. Fargo America 2020 campaign, sharing her expertise on cutting-edge technology and showing that girls should have no limits. Amy lights up every room she walks into. Intelligent, genuine, caring, and witty. She is Amy Longton.
Kish Mackin. Kish is a leader and visionary whose efforts have changed the lives of homeless dogs. With her kind personality, she could not turn her back on dogs being euthanized. Starting with one dog at a time and money from her own pocket, she would rescue dogs in need of a home, giving them a second chance and starting For Love of Dog Rescue. Since it began, the volunteer-run organization has rescued and rehomed over 5,000 dogs, and no dogs have been euthanized in the FM area. Kish is proof that courage, knowledge, and kindness to all creatures can make a positive change. Giving every dog their best chance at finding a forever home, she is Kish Mackin.
Pam McGee, a beloved educator who has intentionally made the entire community her classroom. Pam is a perfect blend of grit and gentleness, knowing the job of cultivating possibility isn't done with just a soft touch, but with a lot of tough love, too. Whether she is sharing her goal, setting presentation with the United Way's 35 under 35, or chairing the Chamber Women Connect Committee, one thing is certain, Pam is all in. Her commitment to our community, dedication to impacting lives, and professional excellence can be seen in every lecture, mentor session, and every friendship Pam has. Always putting others before herself, Pam is humble, compassionate, and inspiring, encouraging us all to be our quirky selves. She is Pam McGee.
Carla Nelson. With one of the most successful records among Division II coaches, Carla's not just developing great basketball players, she's developing great women. She instills discipline, commitment, and work ethic the minute her players begin their basketball careers, and creates a team culture rooted in MSUM's values of grit, humility, and heart. But as passionate as she is about basketball, she knows the game goes far beyond the court, and Carla inspires her team to do more, to be more, and to serve more. She knows when her athletes need a pat on the back or that extra push. As her assistant coach put it, Coach Nelson is like a burnt marshmallow, crispy on the outside with a soft, sweet inside. Empowering women both on and off the court, she is Carla Nelson.
Laura Ness Owens. Laura has built a high-powered career at a global leader in manufacturing at Bobcat and is part of a shift of women leading in a traditionally male-dominated industry. She is an accomplished marketing and communication professional who is dedicated to recruiting and empowering women to join her in this non-traditional environment. She prioritizes helping her team develop, grow, and navigate their careers so they can feel confident and successful. Laura is committed to seeing the best in people, an active listener. She is known as someone people can confide in and go to for essential feedback and advice, doing so with compassion and kindness. A natural leader offering guidance, support, and motivation. She is Laura Ness Owens.
Jessica Offerman. Never seen without a smile on her face, Jessica is the very definition of kindness and someone you are lucky to know. As someone who will do anything to help you make a greater impact, she's on a first-name basis with about every nonprofit across the region. She walks alongside over 500 nonprofits, ensuring they feel heard and supported. When you interact with Jessica, she makes you feel like priority number one. Both professionally and personally, Jessica brings out the best in others. She has a huge heart, and her infectious can-do attitude inspires others to be and do good. Humbly leading from the back of the room, yet changing lives with every smile, she is Jessica Offerman.
Jenny Olson. With 1 in 7 people struggling with addiction in the U.S., the world needs people like Jenny to help end the stigma and shame of addiction. As the managing director of Recovery Reinvented for North Dakota, she values second chances and the need to create inclusive communities with equal opportunities for people to succeed. By building authentic relationships, engaging opportunities, and connecting communities, Jenny is breaking down the barriers of addiction. She is inspired by those in the trenches who are speaking up and dedicating themselves to the cause. Jenny is masterful at infusing her energy and vision into her work and is inspired by the remarkable amount of strength, resilience, and courage it takes to rebuild and find peace in recovery. She is Jenny Olson.
We have just seen more incredible nominees, and we have many more yet to come. Such amazing women tonight who are making this community a better place to be. I don't know about you, Dana, but I think now is a good time for a shopping break. For everyone joining us tonight, as if you weren't having enough fun already, I'm sure, be sure to check out the fabulous silent auction by clicking the link on your screen. The silent auction closes at 10 o'clock tonight. There is some great stuff you won't want to miss. I went through every item on the silent auction last night on the computer. It opened up a couple days ago, and there's a lot of must-haves on there.
She's dangerous. She likes to say she wins things.
Isn't that the case? The YW is definitely winning. And there's the fancy buy now option. So check it out.
I don't judge because I can click with the best of them.
Yes, you can.
So settle down.
Okay.
Let's go back to announcing tonight's incredible nominees.
Katie Oster, a person who not only talks the talk, but walks the walk. Katie is an outstanding example for her students academically and as a woman of God. A life science teacher at Oak Grove Lutheran School, Katie strives to build a high-quality science program that exposes students to STEM fields while encouraging them to seek higher education in those areas. More than a teacher, she serves as a role model and a cheerleader for female students who want to explore STEM careers. The impact she has on her students beyond science exemplifies her leadership and her heart. With grace and tenacity, Katie acts as a faith mentor on campus, coordinating service projects and leading a girls' Bible study. Valuing and supporting all students, she is Katie Oster.
Gloria Palm Connor. Opening Beyond Realty in 2017, Gloria is proof that leading with kindness and respect are good ways to grow both your business and the people within it. She is a leader in the real estate industry, serving on the boards of the North Dakota Association of Realtors and the FM Realtor Association. Beyond Realty exceeded its 5-year financial growth plan within 2 years of business. It is now one of Fargo-Moorhead's top 5 real estate companies. Gloria is a leader, turning people and advice and insight when they need it. She believes everyone is deserving of professionalism and honesty. As one nominator said, she encourages us to always do the right thing, regardless of the situation. Passionate, driven, and highly respected, she is Gloria Palm Connor.
Anna Searcy. Doing more than just creating flyers and updating websites, Anna is a storyteller who's making a difference in people's lives. With positivity, enthusiasm, and innovation, Anna easily builds relationships with other organizations, colleagues, and media outlets to ensure the YMCA story is being told. Her authentic, positive nature makes her fun and easy to work with, and her office rarely empty. Her dedication is an ongoing labor of love, whether sharing the impact of a membership, getting youth involved in programming, helping low-income families access financial assistance, promoting senior connections, or emphasizing the value of giving back. Anna always gives 110%. With ambition, talent, and enthusiasm, she tells the story of participants and programs. She is Anna Searcy.
Briana Searcy. Putting people over policy, Briana believes relationships are the driving force in setting a company's culture. Whether the third or the 13th person she's hired, Briana takes the time to get to know you, to ask about your goals and how you want to get there. Her desire to build up others is contagious. Briana takes it upon herself to have an impact on every individual, teaching them to be uncomfortable with what is and encouraging them to accomplish what they don't believe they can. At work, the grocery store, or volunteering, she shows up every day as a role model of passion, big thinking, risk-taking, and loving all. Creating a joyful, meaningful, and rewarding work experience, she is Briana Searce.
Abrar Sharfi. With a relentless drive to make her school, her community, and the world a better place, Abrar displays enthusiasm for learning and has already left a mark through her outreach and activities. In her many leadership positions at South High, Abrar brought new ideas and made a positive impact on her fellow students, celebrating ethnic heritage, entrepreneurship, mentorship, and empowerment. She sets an example for women of color who want to pursue their dreams, encouraging immigrant females to get involved in the community and take advantage of the many opportunities available to them. Described by her classmates and teachers as determined and passionate, she is a natural leader. She always puts forth her best effort toward promoting inclusivity and diversity. She is Abrar Sharfi.
Melissa Sobolik. With a goal to create a warmer welcome to our community, Melissa ran for Fargo City Commission. She knew art was the way to make a community a home. As commissioner, Melissa spearheaded the creation of the Arts and Culture Commission to provide access to public art that celebrates the diverse talent and cultures in our community and to raise awareness of art as an economic driver. The commission has supported over a dozen public art projects, including the Red Ball, Madison Park Lizard, restoration of the Sodbuster, and wrapping of downtown utility boxes and benches, all because of Melissa's authentic efforts to make our world a better and brighter place. With a heart for service, a mind for innovation, and a voice for advocacy, she is Melissa Sobolik.
Trish Tollickson. By imparting courage and the skills to move forward, Trish empowers others to heal their inner wounds. She is the founder and licensed professional counselor at Clarity Counseling and the director of FM Interfaith Center, promoting understanding of diverse cultures and faiths. A survivor of sexual assault herself, Trish is able to connect with other survivors and help them heal. She developed Facing the Lion, a psychoeducational curriculum. She's even working on a book about her experience and what she did to recover, hoping it can help others. Trish says that seeing people change, develop respect for themselves, and transform their lives has given her the most satisfaction in her counseling work. Caring, compassionate, insightful, and respectful, she is Trish Tollickson.
Sharon Whitebear, an integral part of the positive change surrounding the rights and equity of this community's Indigenous people, Sharon Whitebear works tirelessly to bring justice and equality. In her work with the Fargo Native American Commission, she has helped shape policy and attitudes, all while promoting understanding and respect for the Native American culture. Raised by her grandparents on the Fort Berthold Reservation, Sharon remains true to the values they taught her. Give a voice to the voiceless, share hope and guidance to all. The chairwoman of the Fargo Native American Commission believes Sharon has dedicated her life to changing the narrative surrounding Indigenous people and allowing others to shine past the cycle of poverty and violence. Quietly powerful and representing her people with leadership and dignity, she is Sharon Whitebear. And that wraps up our amazing roster of nominees tonight. At this time of the program, we invite CEO Aaron Prochnow to come forward to uplift the mission of the YWCA before we announce our drawing winnings and the Women of the Year recipients.
Hearing about these women, I see bright hope for the future. I feel tremendous pride in our region. For over a century, YWCA has been safe ground in this community, where women find help to recover physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually from the damaging effects of poverty and violence. As coronavirus continues to impact all of our lives, the future has never felt so unpredictable. Now, more than ever, women and children experiencing violence and homelessness need us, and we need you. While we don't know yet the full impact of the pandemic, we do know that domestic violence and homelessness will be pronounced by unemployment and exacerbated by stress. March through August of this year, 911 calls to Red River Regional Dispatch for domestic violence incidents was 15% higher than the same time last year. At YWCA Emergency Shelter, women calling for help at the same frequency as previous years, but not arriving at our doors. We fear this is because they are not safely able to escape their abusers just yet. YWCA needs to be ready when women are able to flee, and we need your help to ensure we are here when families need us most. The cost to provide one night of shelter for a woman or her child is just $44. I'm asking you to consider a donation of one night of shelter, $44, or a number that's meaningful to you. Maybe it's one day of your salary given up for her. On average, 250 women and children count on us at YWCA every single day for shelter, supportive housing, and homeless prevention. You may have stretched to pay for this virtual event ticket, and we know you work very hard for your paycheck. Yet I ask you to reflect on the women prevented entirely from having a job so that an abuser can maintain control, to keep her socially isolated and never have the freedom that money affords. By sharing your gifts, women can move from fear to freedom. A world that has seemingly worked against them becomes a place of possibility. In that first night of YWCA shelter, women and children whose hope has been extinguished find the calm and a light rekindled. Just one night starts the change that changes everything. When you donate, you join our team walking alongside women. Most can give $44. Many more will give 3 nights, and some will even give $500. There's a reason for our urgency. Tonight is the best time to give because our friends at Dakota Medical Foundation have offered an exceptional $10,000 in match funding. That means your donation immediately and automatically doubles. Our goal is to raise $10,000 with gifts tonight to match every dollar of DMF's generosity. As you look at the back of the giving card, or when the screen is able to have the clicking arrow back on it again, and we're working on that, please feel free also to text YWCA to the number 21,000. Again, that number is text YWCA to 21,000, and consider making a gift as a tribute to one of these resilient women you learned about tonight. You may also choose to honor your mother or another special woman who has changed your life for the better. At YWCA, we dream of a community where all women can shine, like those we hear about tonight. With your gift, you make it possible. I'll now just give you a moment to just complete the online gift. Again, that's YWCA to 21,000, or you can place a check in an envelope. And with your gift, please accept my tremendous heartfelt gratitude. I'm going to now invite Dana and Kirsten back up to the podiums, and we're going to try and go back through the women who were not recognized on the screen earlier with their photographs, and we're trying to make that happen as quickly as possible here live. So hang in there with us, and again, congratulations to all of those honorees and nominees. We truly are inspired. Thank you.
And we thank you, Aaron, for that important call to action. And we'd like to take a moment now to recognize the longevity and the magnitude of this event. Now in its 47th year, the YWCA's Women of the Year has shined an amazing spotlight on the remarkable impact on hundreds of women and businesses in our community.
And this event would never be possible without the dedicated individuals who took the time to share the stories of the women and the businesses nominated. Thank you to all of the nominators, past and present, who took it upon themselves and put in the time to make it possible for the rest of our community to learn about these incredible women being honored tonight.
While watching tonight's event, you may be thinking of someone you know who is deserving of recognition, the recognition you're seeing tonight. Women and or businesses who exemplify what is good in our community and what is great in our world. There are many in our community changing lives, and they deserve to be honored. We encourage you to consider nominating them for the Women of the Year event next year.
And to make it very easy for you in this virtual world we're living in, there is a 2021 nomination suggestion card link on your screen in the digital program. And if you receive an email, you will receive an email after the event inviting your suggestions. All you need to do is type in the names of those you could nominate in the future, and the YW will send you a nomination form and a reminder for next year. It is that easy. Take a second. Think about all the amazing women in your life who deserve to be recognized in our program next year.
And we would like to take a moment to recognize the people who have spent months and months working to make this evening possible. It's not easy. This has never been done before. Like so many things in the time of a pandemic, COVID-19, coronavirus, words we've never ever said before, planning tonight's event was challenging in the light of the pandemic. We thank the Women of the Year committee members, the YWCA staff, the board of directors, all those names that you see on the screen, who pressed on despite obstacles to ensure women and businesses nominated for their incredible impact were honored here tonight. We have a live shot of the Women of the Year committee members who are hosting a watch party tonight, live from the Delta. Shape up. You're live. You're on the air.
We wish we were there with you. We are hoping, fingers crossed, that we are back there next year and can all be together to celebrate these amazing women. And before we move on in our program, we want to take a step back. We had a couple of technical issues with our recipients tonight, and we want to make sure all of these amazing women are recognized properly. We want to backtrack to Brianna Searcy and talk about her and her amazing accomplishments. As Dana mentioned, putting people over policy, she believes relationships are the driving force in setting a company's culture.
She takes the time to get to know you, to ask about your goals and how you want to get there, whether you're her third hire or her 13th. Briana takes it upon herself to have an impact on every individual, teaching them to be uncomfortable with what is and encouraging them to accomplish what they don't think they can. At work or the grocery store or volunteering, she shows up every day as a role model of passion, big thinking, risk-taking, and loving all, creating a joyful, meaningful, and rewarding work experience. Briana Searce.
And we talked before, I'm not sure what all of you were doing in high school, but meet Abrar Sharfi with a relentless drive to make her school, community, and the world a better place. Abrar displays enthusiasm for learning and has already left a mark through her outreach and her activities. In her many leadership positions at South High School, Abrar brought new ideas and made a positive impact on her fellow students, celebrating ethnic heritage, entrepreneurship, mentorship, and empowerment. She sets an example for women of color who want to pursue their dreams, encouraging immigrant females to get involved in our community and take advantage of the many opportunities that are available to them. Described by her classmates and her teachers as determined and passionate, she is a natural leader. She always puts forth her best effort toward promoting inclusivity and diversity. She is Abrar Sharfi.
And it's so nice to see your pretty pictures.
Yes.
Melissa Sobolik, with a goal to create a warmer welcome to our community, Melissa ran for the Fargo City Commission. She knew art was a way to make the community a home. As commissioner, Melissa spearheaded the creation of the Arts and Culture Commission to provide access to public art that celebrates the diverse talent and cultures in our community and to raise awareness that art could be an economic driver. The commission has supported more than a dozen public art projects, including the Red Ball, the Madison Park Lizard, the restoration of the Sod Buster, and the wrapping of downtown utility boxes and benches, all because of Melissa's authentic efforts to make our world a better and brighter place. With a heart for service, a mind for innovation, and a voice for advocacy, she's Melissa Sobolik.
We also want to show you once again Trish Tollickson. By imparting courage and the skills to move forward, Trish empowers others to heal their inner wounds. She's the founder and licensed professional counselor at Clarity Counseling and the director of the FM Interfaith Center, promoting understanding of diverse cultures and faiths. A survivor of sexual assault herself, Trish is able to connect with others and help them heal. She developed Facing the Lion, a psychoeducational curriculum. She's even working on a book about her experience and what she did to recover, hoping that helps others. Trish says that seeing people change, develop respect for themselves, and transform their lives has given her the most satisfaction in her counseling work. Caring, compassionate, insightful, and respectful, she is Trish Tollickson.
Sharon Whitebear, an integral part of the positive change surrounding the rights and equity of this community's Indigenous people, Sharon Whitebear works tirelessly to bring justice and equality. In her work with the Fargo Native American Commission, she has helped shape policy and attitudes, all while promoting understanding and respect for the Native American culture. Raised by her grandparents on the Fort Berthold Reservation, Sharon remains true to the values they taught her: give a voice to the voiceless, share hope, and guidance to all. The chairwoman of the Fargo Native American Commission believes Sharon has dedicated her life to changing the narrative surrounding Indigenous people and allowing others to shine past the cycle of poverty and violence. Quietly powerful and representing her people with leadership and dignity, she is Sharon Whitebear.
And now you have met and seen all of our nominees tonight, all such deserving and impressive, inspiring women. And I have to say, I do like the addition of the pictures of them, getting to know them even a little bit better beyond their bios. So,
and we love the glitter or the confetti that
big
flies
fan
at the
of
end.
the confetti too. And before we honor our nominees tonight, we have to announce our special drawing winners. As virtual ticket holders, each of you were entered into the drawing for these prizes. The winners will be contacted by the email associated with your ticket with instructions for collecting your prize.
Our first prize comes, once again, courtesy of Dustin and Wendy Mitzel. Your beer fridge or wine cellar will be fully stocked after you head to Happy Harry's with this $250 gift certificate.
And the winner of the Happy Harry's gift card is Nels Hunstead. Congratulations to you. We missed the yelling in the back of the room, scrambling for the tickets, but congratulations to Nels.
And I'm sure their friends are going to be looking forward to the pandemic ending now. And we're glad the Hunsteads are good friends with us now, too.
Absolutely.
Our next prize is another great one. Several downtown Fargo businesses have donated a fantastic package. You will enjoy a trip to Prairie Petals, the Boiler Room, Blackbird Woodfire Grill, Scoop and Dough, and Daly's Market.
A really fun little day on the town. A lot of great businesses. And the winner of the Downtown Fargo package is...
Kirsten. No, not Keeley.
Not Keeley.
Kirsten Schoitz, we do believe. Schiotz. Kirsten, congratulations. That Kirsten, not that.
not this one.
Not that Kirsten.
Again, the YWCA will contact you via email with details on collecting your prize to both Kirsten and to Nels.
And with that, we begin the final portion of this evening, and that's announcing the recipients. During the program, we've heard about 32 outstanding women and organizations in our community. Every year we have emceed this event, 20 if you haven't heard. I've been impressed with the quality of candidates and those who are nominated.
Definitely agree with that. As we've said over and over tonight, inspirational is a word we use often in this event. And as we draw to a close, to the time we name our recipients tonight, I think we need to explain just how the nomination and the judging processes work for those who might not know. The application to nominate a woman is extensive. A comprehensive nomination form is completed by friends, family, coworkers, or others in the community who are inspired by the work being done by this individual. The nomination form is accompanied by 2 letters of recommendation. Those nominations are accepted in 13 categories, and category selection is done by the nominator. In the event of a split decision, the judging co-chairs will determine which of 2 categories best fit the nominee based on the form submission. The judges meet to review all of the nominations, and they're instructed to use a consistent set of guidelines. The judging process is not taken lightly ever by these volunteer judges.
Judges use a formal process to assess each nominee through a scoring rubric, and no other information outside of the nomination forms and letters is taken into consideration. Women of the Year judges are kept anonymous so they can do their work with complete impartiality. Again this year, the YWCA staff and board of directors have continued the time-honored tradition of entrusting community members and judges and the unbiased selection process that has been established over the years. They leave it in the hands of these volunteer judges. It is truly as fair and objective as a process can be.
There are 13 Women of the Year award categories covering a broad range of service. In the event there are no nominees in a category, no award will be given. If there is only one nominee in a category, the independent panel of judges will hold that nominee to the same high standards. You may refer to your digital program for a complete description of each category of recognition. And now, without further ado, it is our honor tonight and our pleasure to announce the 2020 Women of the Year recipients. As the recipients are announced, we encourage you, please use the chat box feature to give these amazing women a shout out tonight and the love they deserve for the work they do in our community.
The first award category is for advocating for equality. This category recognizes a woman whose work or community involvement brings respect, inclusion, and equal rights for all people. She challenges discriminatory practices and advocates to eliminate barriers so all community members are welcome. It is my pleasure to announce the recipient of the 2020 YWCA Women of the Year in the Advocating for Equality category, Jillian Gould.
To me, women's empowerment means supporting other women in order for them to be the best version of themselves that they can be. I see this on a daily basis, both personally and professionally. I am incredibly lucky to work with some of Fargo-Moorhead's most caring, supportive, and amazing service providers. I'm also very incredibly grateful that I work with such a supportive team. They fully understand the need to be persistent. And for those that know us, quite loud the majority of the time. whenever an injustice is done within our community. I am thankful to have been raised by strong women. They have pushed me, thanks Mom, thanks Jen, to be the best version of myself that I can be. This has helped me support other women so that they can be the best versions of themselves as well. The women I've served in my various roles within my career are some of the strongest and most resilient ladies that I've had the privilege of knowing. They have taught me the importance of being a voice for somebody else. When you don't have a strong voice yourself, sometimes all it takes is strength of another voice along your journey to help you out.
We are applauding here with you. Our next category tonight is arts and culture. This category recognizes a woman who contributes in creative arts or preserves the rich culture of Cass and Clay counties so that life here is immensely richer. She inspires an interest in local arts and culture while advocating for its preservation. Tonight's recipient of the 2020 YWCA Women of the Year in the Arts and Culture category is Melissa Sobolik.
To me, women's empowerment means lifting up other women, connecting with them, allowing them to thrive and be successful and be the best person that they can be. It's not about women competing with other women, it's about women supporting women. It takes courage, it takes bravery, and it takes all of us linking arms to help lift women up.
Business management and entrepreneurship is our next category. Tonight, this category is sponsored by Wells Fargo. We thank you for that, Wells Fargo. In this category, women are considered from all levels in the business world: business owners, managers, employees, and entrepreneurs. Nominees may be employed by profit or nonprofit organizations and serve as role models of passion, big thinking, taking risks, and getting it done. In the category of business management and entrepreneurship, I am pleased to announce the 2020 YWCA Woman of the Year is Julene Brown.
Hi, I'm Jolene Braun. Thank you for this opportunity. Empowerment to me means strength. It means standing up for what I believe in. It's being available and putting myself out there. It's giving of my time to others. It's treating others as I would like to be treated. I've seen it through professional and community work that I've done and been encouraged to do. I've felt it through different leadership positions I've held as board member and board leader in nonprofit and professional organizations. I've shared it through different board positions and committee positions that I've held. I've shared it through test writing, my professional expertise. I volunteered through church and through work and through nonprofit organizations locally in the community. To be empowered, I feel you need to be an innovator, looking and moving forward continually, both professionally and personally. Thank you, and have a great day.
Communications is our next category. This category honors women who color outside the lines and weave masterful stories through marketing, advertising, and/or public relations. Women who inspire others through innovation while representing women as a powerful force in the field of communications. I am proud to announce the recipient of the 2020 YWCA Woman of the Year in the category of communications. She is Erica Johnsrud.
Women's empowerment to me is having a space and a group of other like-minded individuals that lift you up and make sure that anything you need, they can help with. Making sure as women that we educate ourselves and we help to educate others around us, that we have the tools and the structure to have women in power and for women to reach out to those other women that need help. I think the Fargo-Moorhead community is such a wonderful place where you see many women empowering other women. It's not just a show. Women are really wanting to connect each other, to connect their connections with somebody they know so that they can help them realize and execute on their hopes and their dreams. To me, women's empowerment is showing up. It's showing up when somebody needs an ear to listen or a shoulder to cry on. And empowering women is supporting them and cheering them on when they're doing great things in the community and with each other. Women's empowerment is hope.
Next up is Community and Volunteer Service. This category honors a woman who has graciously volunteered her time to make a difference in our community or has impacted others through public service. She pours energy into a cause and draws out the passion in others. I am delighted to announce the recipient of the 2020 YWCA Woman of the Year in the Community and Volunteer Service category. She is Sarah DeVries.
Women's empowerment to me is the ability to have access to opportunity and resources. It is the freedom to control the destiny of your own life. I saw women's empowerment as early as 4 years of age when my mother recognized several areas of improvement with our local school district. So she decided she would take matters in her own hands and she ran for the school board. She did all this approximately 50 years ago in a very male-dominated board. I felt empowerment as I was taught at a very young age that I could do anything I set my mind to. My parents always stressed the importance that I have the ability to accomplish great things in life. I have shared women's empowerment by becoming involved with MS Walk Fargo. Women are 3 times as likely to be diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. Money raised in the walk is used for programs provided by the National MS Society. These programs allow a person diagnosed with MS to live their best life, and they live that life with dignity and empowerment. I would like to close to say that this has been an honor and a joy to be a part of the YWCA Women of the Year event.
Our next category tonight is education. Tonight, this category is sponsored by Minnesota State University Moorhead. Thank you, MSUM. This category honors women who shape the future, working as teachers, administrators, or support staff in childcare, elementary, secondary, higher education, non-traditional settings, or community education. They nurture, empower, and spark their students to be more, to do more, and serve more. I am proud tonight to announce the recipient of the 2020 YWCA Woman of the Year in the category of education is Leah Gelke.
To me, women's empowerment means that women don't have to act a certain way, look a certain way, or be a certain way to be themselves. For example, I don't have to put on a lot of makeup or sit with a pretty background for you to feel empowered. I don't have to go and put on a power suit to feel empowered. I'm here in my t-shirt, I'm here on my couch, and I feel empowered. Women's empowerment is about giving females the confidence to be themselves and to believe in themselves. And I am lucky enough to be in a job that helps young women feel empowered through education.
Next up is the Faith Community category. This award recognizes a woman who has made a significant contribution in bringing the mission and vision of the faith community to life by invigorating others to do ministry through her leadership. It's my pleasure to announce the recipient of the 2020 YWCA Woman of the Year in the Faith Community category, Kathy Hunstead.
women's empowerment is about having a very strong inner strength. It's about knowing yourself and believing in yourself and discovering your very best gifts. It's also about seeing and believing in the best gifts of others as well. I know that I have felt this when someone has believed in me and seen some gifts that I had, invited me into major leadership roles that I would never have dreamt of. And that has brought me to new places. It wasn't always easy, but the empowerment I felt helped me to believe in myself enough to be confident to learn and grow in the midst. And because of that, I had the opportunity to share that with others, to engage them in ways that they discovered their best gifts, that they could believe in themselves. And I have watched young women and women of all ages go back and step up and lead in the ways that they are best able. That is women's empowerment.
Health and wellness is our next category tonight. Tonight, this category is sponsored by Sanford Health. Thank you, Sanford Health. This category recognizes a woman working in physical, mental, or spiritual health who empowers the whole person through her energy, adaptability, and prevention efforts. I'm pleased tonight to announce the recipient of the 2020 YWCA Woman of the Year in the Health and Wellness category is Trish Tollickson.
Hi, I'm Trish Tollickson, and I'm a counselor at Clarity Counseling. And I empower women by helping them find more love in their lives, love of themselves, love of others, and love of their higher power. And what I find gets in the way of that typically is some form of abuse. And I specialize in sexual abuse and date rape. And although the work that I do starts off painful and difficult, it has the most empowering results. Women, in telling their stories and getting a healing response, learn that they're not responsible for what somebody else did to them, and they're able to let go of that shame and start to take their power back. And when they take their power back, you start to see the most amazing results. They gain the courage to go out and date again. They have gotten married, or they have started to have sex again with their spouse after not having sex for years. I've also seen women apply for and get promotions. I've seen women start their own businesses, and I've seen women buy houses on their own. And when I see women start to live into their true selves, their empowered selves, it makes me feel really good and really proud to be a part of this holy work, because I think it makes a difference for the next generations as well. And so I want to thank you all for being here tonight, supporting the YWCA, because their work is crucial. Thanks.
Our next category is Leader in Women's Empowerment. Tonight, this category is sponsored by Reach Partners Incorporated. Thank you, Reach Partners. This business or organization has proven remarkable dedication to advance women by empowering them to thrive socially, economically, and professionally. I am honored to announce the recipient of the 2020 YWCA Woman of the Year in the category of Leader in Women's Empowerment is Gate City Bank.
I'm Amanda Torak, and I'm the Senior Vice President of Culture at Gate City Bank. And we believe that women's empowerment is paramount at Gate City Bank. For more than 97 years, we've been creating a better way of life for our customers, communities, and team members by investing in the best people. That involves breaking down the barriers in a male-dominated industry. We build leaders based on their abilities, not gender. More than 70% of the leadership roles at Gate City Bank are held by women, compared to the national average of only 30%. To our core, we believe that we can accomplish the greatest impact by empowering women to speak up and be heard. We recognize these powerful voices each and every day, and we embrace their knowledge and significance to drive our bank forward. We are committed to providing a better way of life by empowering the incredible women of Gate City Bank.
Next up tonight is the Science and Technology category. Tonight, this category is sponsored by Midco. We thank you, Midco. This category honors a woman who thrives on technology, engineering, and/or science and utilizes her talents to improve our community while actively mentoring other women to join these important fields. I'm proud to announce the recipient of the 2020 YWCA Woman of the Year in the category of Science and Technology is Katie Oster.
Careers within STEM offer high-paying jobs with lots of opportunities for hire. And in the future, those opportunities are only going to get better and better. And yet, if we look at those fields, they're currently held by less than 30% females. And those females are typically being paid less than males in those fields. And so women's empowerment to me is knowing that I, as a female science teacher, have a privilege and a responsibility to ensure that my female students are considering jobs in science, technology, engineering, and math, and that they have the confidence to pursue them, knowing that they are as qualified as men and deserve to be paid equally as well.
Our next award category is the Young Woman of Today and Tomorrow. This young woman is creating a brighter future for all of us. She has demonstrated exceptional leadership, scholastic ability, volunteer or other bold achievements. I am pleased to announce the recipient of the 2020 YWCA Woman of the Year in the Young Woman of Today and Tomorrow category, Abrar Sharfi.
Woman empowerment, to me, it means always supporting each other throughout the hardships we face. Whether it's buying products from a woman-run business, or just simply like seeing a social media post about a woman's success and always commenting and sharing about it, like, great job. That's one way of supporting each other, and I believe that's what woman empowerment means. And an example I've seen it, and it's one of my favorites, is through Malala. And Malala being such a strong activist for women education comes really dear to me because I hate stereotypes and the fact that women education isn't prioritized and it's not important. Malala is a great example of how she's able to go against it and supporting women's education in Southeast Asia. So that comes really close to heart, and I understand that these stereotypes are always going to be there. So we as women support each other to stop these stereotypes.
Now we recognize the category of youth advocacy. This category honors a woman who is an advocate for the health and well-being of youth, either by engaging in advocacy efforts on behalf of youth or working directly to make the future better and brighter by equipping our young people. It's my pleasure tonight to introduce the recipient of the 2020 YWCA Woman of the Year in the Youth Advocacy category. She is Carrie Buckles.
Hi, this is Carrie Buckles, and women's empowerment to me is really about self-confidence and knowing that we all have strengths, and hopefully we are able to share those strengths with other women in our lives or with family members or other coworkers, but also realizing that we also have weaknesses and we need to be able to admit to those too so that we can build on those weaknesses or allow somebody else to help us with that part. So women's empowerment, I think, to me means being able to work with strengths that you have and with weaknesses and being supported with the other people that are around you. And I have been very blessed with a group of just individuals across the community who I am able to work with on both a personal and a professional basis. So that to me is giving me empowerment.
And it is my pleasure to introduce our last award of the evening, the Lifetime Achievement Award. The woman recognized in this category must have the wisdom of 55 plus years and have demonstrated a long-term commitment to equality, empowering women and girls, and or eliminating racism. She exemplifies integrity and displays compassion and humanity. The recipient of the 2020 YWCA Woman of the Year in the Lifetime Achievement category is Sharon Whitebear.
My name is Sharon Whitebear, and my Indian name is Holy Shawl Woman. I'm Arikara from the Arikara Nation in North Dakota. I work here in Fargo at MHA Satellite Office in order to help my tribal people here in Fargo. How have I seen empowerment? I see it in little spaces every day. Here in Fargo, there's one of the biggest things that's been changing in the political arena all across the country actually is more women in politics, taking those leadership roles. Well, empowerment, it means to give that person or anybody the ability to do what they show their strengths. And I think that's what it means to me, is to be able to show my strengths without fear or hesitation, to let somebody be themselves.
Just wow. What an incredible night of remarkable women. We hope you're applauding with us. Our congratulations to all of the recipients tonight and all of our nominees. Dana and I both want to thank you for the opportunity to be your hosts this evening. Definitely a different evening than in the 20 years, yes, 20, that we've been a part of this important event. But nonetheless, always inspiring to hear about the great works these women are doing in our community, not for a Woman of the Year award, not for the recognition, but because they're driven to do better things in our community. And as we say every single year, we leave here inspired to do better, to be better, and truly thank you for all the work you're doing in our community. And we do hope that we see you and your faces in person
Yes.
next year for this important event.
We'll give you real applause then, real applause.
You owe us applause and laughs for all our corny jokes this evening. Now we'd like to turn the program back over to YWCA's Board President, Jane Gust, to conclude tonight's event.
I want to share just a few closing thoughts before we part ways this evening. First, congratulations to each of tonight's nominees and each woman honored. You are brilliant. Thank you for being beacons of light and goodness in our community and in our world. Also, I thank Dana and Kirsten for their outstanding talent and energy they bring to our event. Thank you both for 20 years of dedicated service to YWCA and Women of the Year. Lastly, I urge you to remember the 250 women and children calling YWCA Emergency Shelter and Housing home tonight. Please consider how you can help them gain safety, confidence, empowerment, and hope through YWCA. I sincerely hope you will decide to click the donate button on your screen or text YWCA to 21,000 tonight and support families working hard to change the course of their lives. As we conclude the 47th Women of the Year event, I hope you are inspired to offer a helping hand to those in need, to lead with courage, and wherever you go, to light a path for those who follow. Thank you.
You may not be able to drive, chip, or putt like Lisa, but you can dress like Lisa.
It's a pleasure to donate a $500 shopping spree here to the Osgood Golf Course.
On behalf of the board and team of Dakota Medical Foundation, we are proud to honor the great work of the YWCA of Cast Clay. They provide tremendous services to women and children who need help, hope, and healing. In honor of this, we're providing a $10,000 matching grant to salute not only the important work, but also to honor the Women of the Year candidates. Please give generously to the YWCA of Cast Clay tonight. We thank you in advance for your contributions.